Hello, welcome back to the vlog. If this is your first time stumbling on one of my videos, hi, welcome, I'm Taylor. And over here on this little corner of the internet, we do a lot of reading, a lot of bookish vlogs, productivity, self-care. If that is your vibe, be sure to stick around and subscribe. We are kicking off another reading vlog. It is Wednesday, the 23rd of June, and we have exactly 1 week left in the month to finish my June TBR. So let me show you guys what I'm working through right now. I'm just about 50% through The Wedding People. This is a book that I'm reading for a book club that's happening this Friday, so I have 2 days to get this finished. So far, I'm loving it. It definitely has some dark humor elements. Check your trigger warnings. It does have some heavy topics, but I really love the main character, and I just feel like there's so many good messages. That's why I'm tabbing. And if y'all have been around, you know that I don't often tab in my books or save quotes or anything like that, but this is one of those books that you will want to do that for. So if you annotate and stuff, this is going to be a great book for that. But I'm really enjoying this, and I'm excited to meet for book club this Friday. I'll bring you guys along for that, as I usually do. And then I'm hoping to get through this duology. I can't remember the name of it, but it's Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows. I have already started Divine Rivals. I started it like last year sometime on my Kindle and never picked it back up, not because I wasn't enjoying it, but just because other things and other books that I was reading at the time. But I started it again last night. I'm about 25 pages in, and this time I am fully invested. I hear nothing but good things about this duology, so hopefully we can make it through this. Those three are definitely my priority at the beginning of the month, or the end of last month, I think. At the end of last month, I started Caught Up after I read Lights Out. If I get to this, great. If not, I will finish it in August, maybe start in August. I'm not quite sure, but that does lead me into my TBR for August, which I thought I would share with you guys now as well, since by the time this goes up, it's going to be the end of the month / beginning of the next. Let's go through that TBR. I'll start with Caught Up if I haven't finished it, but it's just not a priority book for me. I'm kind of digging that it's giving mafia romance because I've never read a mafia romance, so it does have me intrigued. And then after those, I would immediately be going back into my absolute favorite book of all time, and I'm so excited to read more of the series, is Assistant to the Villain. I actually did not read Apprentice to the Villain because I just really wanted to wait until Accomplice to the Villain came out, which is a third book. I think there's going to be 4 though, I don't know, but I can wait no longer. So I'm going to reread Assistant to the Villain and then read Apprentice to the Villain, and by then I should be getting the new book in the mail. I ordered it through Barnes & Noble though, and if you've ever ordered books from Barnes & Noble, like pre-order, you know that they do not come on release day, which is a bummer. So I think that's why most people tend to go towards Amazon or just going into the bookstore the day of, but it'll give me some time to read those two, and I'm so excited. If you have not read Assistant to the Villain and you like a very low stakes fantasy, like it's not going to be this big world building situation, as you can tell, that's really typically not my vibe, and you just want banter, grumpy sunshine, some of the absolute most feet kicking, silly giggling I've ever done in any book. Like if that is what you want, if that is what you're looking for, go pick up Assistant to the Villain. And then my book club pick for August with my cousins is People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. So I'll definitely be reading this one. We usually meet towards the end of the month though, just so that we all have the month to read it. And so now I think we're kind of like mid-August, which is when Andrew and I are going to go to the beach. So I'm going to be taking some Carly Fortune. I have been kind of hinting at the books that I wanted to take to the beach in a few of my previous vlogs, but I figure I'd tell you guys now. I will for sure be eating up Every Summer After and One Golden Summer because I've been like itching, holding off. We were supposed to go to the beach in June. I'm like, I had to wait another 60 days. Are you kidding me? I'm so excited to read these two. So I think I'll take these two and People We Meet on Vacation, and those might be like my beachside reads, because literally Andrew and I are just going to lounge. We are going to relax, R&R all the way. We are both so excited, and he's got his little stack of books he's bringing too, so I might be able to finish 3 books that weekend. And then I simply cannot get through August without getting to Atmosphere. This is a book that I really wanted to get to in July. My husband and I are doing like a buddy read on it, and he already read it, so I am behind, but I will not be letting August go by without reading Atmosphere because I just simply cannot wait any longer. And he's like so eager to chat with me about it. He loves Taylor Jenkins Reid. It's like one of his all-time favorite authors right now. I know I'm gonna eat this up and enjoy it. And then that's pretty much my priority reads. After that, if there is time left in the month, I am not sure where I want to go. Like I'm kind of wanting to just pick up a fantasy book. I don't really want to get into like a fantasy series, but I kind of want to read a one-off book, and I'm thinking about Our Infinite Fates. I think that's what it's called. I don't have the book with me, but I'll pop a picture of it up here. I hear that this is so good. And then I do also have The Scorpion and the Night Blossom, which I don't know if it's going to be a series. I haven't heard anything yet, and I have not checked for an update, but this book is so stunning. It's just like one of the prettiest books that I have on my shelf, and I am itching to pick it up. And then on my Kindle, I have Shields of Sparrows, which was supposed to be just a one and done situation, I thought. However, I've heard mixed things lately that I guess now it's going to be a series. I'm not sure, but I do really want to read it because I know that it's going to be so good and everyone has said good things about it. So I'll pop a picture of that one up here for you guys too, so you can see what I'm looking at. And then totally off of the fantasy genre, I am really itching and I don't know how much longer I can put it off to start The Boys of Toman, I'm not sure, but this series, Binding 13 and Keeping 13 are two that I already have on my shelf. I'm waiting as Barnes & Noble slowly drops these special editions to pick them up, but they're also on Kindle Unlimited. I think they all are. I know Binding 13 is, so I don't know how much longer I can put it off. I don't know. I know it's going to be a whirlwind of emotions, but I'm kind of like, I'm here for that. I'm here for that. So that is what August is going to look like. All right, I got a little bookish package while I was working. I opened it. Let me show you guys what I got. I was anticipating getting another package today, which I was really excited to share with you guys. But alas, the tracking updated and it will be here sometime between tomorrow and the 29th, so the 24th and the 29th. But when I get it, it will complete a new series for me, and I'm literally so excited. Anywho, I went to Barnes & Noble for the buy one get one half off romance book sale that they were having on paperbacks only, and I got some books there, and then I had them order a few books for me that are independently published, and I'm so excited about them. The first one is Picking Daisies on Sundays. This is by Liana Cincotti. I could be saying that correctly. She also wrote Don't Be in Love, which I've never heard of, never read that one. Independently published, super cute little book. I love the pink. I have heard good things about this, so one of these Sundays I think I'll just post up and make a cup of tea and eat this up. It's only 310 pages. And then I got my hands on Amber Palmer's cowboy romance series, Between the Pines and Through the Dust. I had been seeing these everywhere, and then I couldn't find them on Amazon, I couldn't find them at the bookstore, and I was like, what the heck? Find out they're independently published, but Barnes & Noble can order them for you and have them shipped to your house. So excited. Okay, let's do a little reading update. I am on page 241. It is Friday. Book club is at 7 and it is 3:28. I'm about to hop on and see 3 patients back to back. So I'm working from 3:30 to 5, and then I have 2 hours to finish this book. 120 pages. Considering it takes me an hour to read about 60 to 75 pages, I'm cutting it mega close. I will probably be audioing it and finishing it on the drive there. I could not possibly be cutting this any closer, but I'm really enjoying it. It's just a beautiful story. It's actually really hard to like describe what's going on, but basically it's taking you day by day in the week. So like there's not chapters in this book, it's just sections by the day of the week. So right now I'm on Thursday, which is the bachelorette party, and it ends on Sunday, which is the day of the wedding. I believe Sunday, possibly Saturday, I'm not sure. But you're getting so many different interactions that the main character is having with people of the wedding party, and just like slowly breathing life back into her, and it's just really beautiful. I will check in with you guys when I am reading later, and probably before I go to book club, and give you kind of my final thoughts in the car. Oh no. What is Matt doing here? Alright, it is mine and Andrew's wedding anniversary. Excuse the fact that one of my eyes is probably really red right now. I just had something in it and of course cried off half of my makeup on my eye. I'm like, don't have a meltdown. But anywho, it is our anniversary, 3 years married, 4 years together. We have a fun date plan, which I'm not going to bring you guys along for that. However, we are going to go to Barnes & Noble and pick out a book for each other. I'm really excited. We do have to pick a genre that we know the other person likes, but other than that, it's going to be a total surprise. So I will bring you guys along for that. I just think that'll be fun, and I love having the memories. I want to get him something different. He always reads sci-fi and horror. I'm thinking like a short fiction, but I have no idea. I also picked myself up a book. Okay, I have 2 picks right now. The Near Witch by V.E. Schwab, which I feel like is totally different. And I feel like he's gonna love V.E. Schwab if he gives her a chance. And if he loves it, he could pick up the little prequel novella. And then I picked up this like little horror called Mapping the Interior, which sounds hella spooky. And I know he'll love that because he could just eat it up. So I don't know. I feel like I got some good picks. We'll see. What'd you got? This is literally perfect. This is perfect because I couldn't decide if I wanted the regular like paperback one from the UK or the American version, and this is like the perfect in between. Also, I know I'm gonna eat this up. I didn't know it was YA. That's perfect. V.E. Schwab.
My second V.E. Schwab.
Which I feel like you're gonna love. But you also need to read Out of the Way What We Have Done. We both need to read them.
Cool.
Sounds good? Loving you. All right, let's do a full haul because we ended up getting some really good stuff. Andrew's gonna hand them to me for myself. I picked up The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy by Bridget Knightley. This is gonna be a duology, and I'm all about duologies when it comes to fantasy. I'm all about it. I had to get this one. It's stunning. This one's been staring at me for forever, and I love that it's just one book. Also, because I feel like you never find that with fantasy. So I had to get A Forbidden Alchemy. This is by Stacey McEwen. Also very stunning with the sprayed edges, the map on the inside, gorgeous. Andrew ruined his copy of Carrie Soto Is Back at the pool, so I got him another copy. And then his V.E. Schwab, The Near Witch, but let's be real, I'm gonna read this as well. And then he got me Our Infinite Fates. I'm gonna read this one very soon. Also, just stunning sprayed edges with the gold. Oh, I love it. Beautiful. And then this one is so random, but it's called Isabella Nag and the Pot of Basil by Oliver Darkshire. It was basically the same price on Amazon, so I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab it. It sounds very T. Kingfisher, and if you know me, you know I love me some T. Kingfisher. She's like the author that writes very Tim Burton style, and I love that. I eat that up, so I'm excited to read this. And then I ordered Andrew a duology that is called The Lonely Broadcast, and I can't remember the author right now, but it is independently published, so we had them ordered. And if you don't know, Barnes & Noble does that for you, which is so nice, so they'll ship to the house. That's 2 books, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's an 8-book haul. We are very happy. We're gonna go get dessert now. Okay, it is sometime later and it's a super gloomy day today, but I wanted to give you guys a reading update and open a fun package with you guys. I am super chilling today. I feel like I look really, really tired. My cousin reached out and was like, can you watch my kids for a few hours? And I was like, you know what, sure. So they came over, and as a 34-year-old that has no kids, I'm like, I'm tired. And they were like perfect angels, and I'm tired. I'm literally about to take a nap. If you know me, you know I'm always napping. But anywho, I finished The Wedding People Friday after book club, and oh my gosh, this is such a good book. So many good quotes. Book club was so good. Just getting to really chat about everything, and nobody said the ending for me, which was so nice, although I already kind of knew how it was going to end. I only had 20 pages left, so I feel like I knew. But I really, really enjoyed this book. Such a good reminder about how to choose life and how to find joy and how to find the light again. And I love the female main character so much. I love the found family elements. I loved the male main character. I loved the bride in here. There was just some unexpected twists and turns. It kept me on my toes. It had heavy themes, but it was funny. I laughed out loud so many times. If you want to read a book that you are going to devour and just feel so alive after, this book. Now for my fun packages, I ordered these cute little bows. I don't know if you can see with the glare for my Kindle. Having a hard time focusing, but I just wanted some like Kindle charms, and it actually has a little pearl on one side as well. So let's put that on the Kindle. How cute, just like a little something something. I love it. All right, and now for the part that I am extra excited about. I got my first Sunny Angel. Mostly, I just hope that this is an authentic one because I've heard horror stories of people purchasing them and them not being real. I got it on Amazon. It says the seller was Sunny Angel, and this was the last one in the Hipper's Harvest series. These are my options. I am really wanting the strawberry, Avi, but any of the red ones would be fun. A cherry, an apple, even a tomato or a radish would be cute. A pineapple would be cute. Grape. I feel like the ones that I least want are like the greens, the melon, the pear, the carrot. But like the one that I absolutely do not want, I will be upset, is the mushroom. I don't know why. I don't want the mushroom. I don't want him. Okay, here we go. See if I can guess what it is. Here's the body and the wings. Oh my gosh, I think it's the strawberry. Anyway, I got my husband because I'm like, I really want the strawberry, and him and I were like picking. Because I can kind of feel it. You want to feel it? Is it what I wanted? It's not what I wanted.
It's not.
Damn it. Oh, okay. She's cute though. She's cute. She's the eggplant. The eggplant is cute. I think it's an authentic one. Oh, look how cute. I'm happy. She's cute. She's cute. I'll take it. Okay, a little update. I'm on chapter 33, so 66% of the way. I have just a little bit over 100 pages left, and I really am just going to try and stay up and read it. I was so tired, but I am so invested. I have to say, I didn't really know much about this duology from the start. All I knew was that it was about two rivals who were both writers and worked at like the same newspaper, and I assume like wanted the same position. But other than that, I literally knew nothing else. So the war elements, the absolutely terribly sad moments like I wasn't expecting. Yeah, I don't even have any words. I love it so much. I'm somebody who has a hard time with fantasy because I actually really love fantasy. Like some of my favorite films of all time are Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, and like I really enjoy stuff like that. However, when it's written, especially when it's written so overly descriptive, I find myself just wildly bored and like lost in the description of it all and not like at all as engaged in the story as I would like to be. But this is like the perfect fantasy for me, and it has elements of war, and it's not spicy, and it's not about that main relationship. There's so much more going on, and I really love it. I just wasn't expecting this at all. Like I knew I was gonna like it, I knew it was good, and I've just been sitting here thinking that I can't believe that this has sat on my shelf for a year. I've had these like beautiful copies of these books. I have it on my Kindle right now as well, but I have had these books for over a year, and I'm like, I can't even believe I've let them sit that long. If these books are sitting on your shelf, go and read them. I was looking on Fable to see like what kind of fantasy is this, but honestly I don't quite see that information I'm looking for, and I like kind of refused to sign back into my Goodreads just because I was so over Goodreads. Because Andrew was like, it sounds like a modern fantasy because it like takes place in our world, and it sounds to me like it's taking place like during World War I, possibly World War II, but it feels a little bit more World War I to me. But then there's like fantasy elements. I don't know, all I see on here is just like a YA fantasy romance, but I love that it just is taking place in like our world, or an alternate version of our world. I love that, and Andrew and I were just talking about how we feel like that's not done enough. So anyway, that is my check-in. I'm gonna finish this. By the way, I thought the month ended on Wednesday, but it ends on Thursday, so I have one extra day to finish my TBR, which I'm so relieved about because I would like to get to the second book, obviously, and finish caught up. I just told Andrew I'm quite literally tempted to stay up all night and read the next book because what the actual hell I have not enjoyed a fantasy book like this in a long time. There's just enough elements of fantasy. Like, it's just so good. If you are wanting to get into fantasy and you want something like that's just little touches and just little elements, like, this is perfect. And it is so good. Immediately we'll be on to the next one. I think I'm going to start it right now. Also, can we take a moment for this gorgeous Barnes & Noble edition? Gorgeous. I went with the dark covers. This one's like comes in a really nice white if you want to go like black and white, but I kind of like them both matching. So anyway, holy shit, that was good. Alright, let's do a little reading update. So I have spent a lot of today listening to Caught Up. I am on chapter 24, so I think about 65% of the way through. There are 332 pages and I'm on 213. I've made a good dent. I've just been reorganizing things in the house and I'm obsessed. I've been wanting to make some adjustments to our aesthetic and decor. However, we don't own our house, we're just renting, and we're just kind of in that phase of our life where we're like, oh, how much money do we spend on a space that we're renting? So I try and use a lot of what we already have to highlight some books in our space, and I'm so excited. And I ordered a few things on Amazon as well. I'm gonna kind of redo the bookish corner in my office, and I'll be sure to vlog that and share that with you guys in another vlog. But as far as Caught Up, honestly, it's probably a book I would DNF if I did DNF books. It's very spice heavy, and I don't really love a story that's driven by that. There is like other storylines going on, but they just don't feel like they really have any depth to me. And if you guys know me, I'm really not like hard to please. Like, I'm not too particular when it comes to books or anything. I enjoy a lot of variety of different stories and different books and genres, but yeah, I don't know, it just might be books that I donate, but I'm gonna finish it because, like I said, I have a really hard time DNFing books. However, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with this book. I'm obsessed with this story. I'm obsessed with these characters, this author. Like, I will be reading way more books from her. I'm loving this so much. Right now, my heart is extremely broken at the end of this book and into this book. I've been reading it on my Kindle as well, like at night and in bed and stuff. And Andrew and I went to our favorite Thai restaurant last night, and I was like, let's just take our books and relax. And it was so nice. At first he was like, I don't know if I want to sit and read there. And then afterwards he was like, that was a great idea. Thank you for recommending that. He loved it. He finished Carrie Soto's Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid last night. He's like on a Taylor Jenkins Reid kick. He loves her writing so much, and he was obsessed. He like didn't even know what to do with himself after he finished it. I feel like he was just wandering aimlessly around the house at like 11 p.m. just like, what do I do? And so what did he do? He's gonna pick up The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I'm like, that's my favorite. I'm so excited for him. But right now I am not too far in. I'm definitely going to finish Caught Up today and then spend the evening and then the rest of the month working my way through this. I'm currently on chapter 5, so only on page 43. And this one's a little bit longer than the first one. This has 417 pages. So I'm gonna be reading tonight and then spending a lot of time tomorrow and Thursday finishing it. I really feel like I can finish the month off with this. I obviously still have to work, but it's Tuesday today and it's so nice because I really don't see patients until later in the day. So I'm on from like 3 to 7 straight. I was gonna go see some patients this morning, but everyone canceled, and I was like, say less, I shall get things done around the house. So it's been just a nice day to myself. But anywho, that is my reading update. I'm going to listen to Caught Up some more while I eat my lunch. I'm super into these like Kevin's meals. I hate to cook, and these are just so high in protein and healthy and great. Lovely. Hair is always everywhere. If it's not my hair, it's the dog's hair or the cat's hair. My husband's like, oh my god. But anywho, these are really good. This is the chicken enchilada one. It'll be my first time having that. And then I'm having a dragon drink left over from yesterday from Starbucks, because y'all know I like take in very trace amounts of caffeine. I probably will not even drink this whole thing, but I got these cutesy little butterfly straws. They're so cute, and they're just like perfect for these cups. So I'm gonna enjoy my lunch and try and finish Caught Up before I start work. let's do a little check-in. I've just got home from seeing a few patients out. It is officially the 31st, so I have the rest of the day to finish Ruthless Vows. I'm 50% of the way through. I'm on chapter 31, so page 218. I'm honestly like shook that this will be the 10th book I read this month, which is crazy. Like, that's crazy. It's the most books I've read in a month, I'm pretty sure. Fable says last year I had a month of 10, I think. But I'm like, is that right? Or did something get messed up in the Goodreads to Fable transfer? I don't know. But anyway, 10 books is a lot. And now I'm feeling like I could totally take on 10 books next month. So we'll see, but I'm eating this up. I feel like this is just the fantasy little duology that I needed. And it's just a reminder that I love YA. Don't get me wrong, like I love my spice and my in-depth stories and in-depth fantasies. However, sometimes it's really just nice to scratch that itch and know that I'm not about to go down like an 8-book series, you know? But anyway, I'm loving it. I'm eating it up. But like I said, I just got home, I showered, I just felt kind of icky. It's over 100 degrees. We're officially entering August when I know that it is like over 100 every day. So it's just really icky. I felt like coming home, having a shower. I have some patients that I'm gonna see later on from 3:30 to 7, but I still have 2 hours before then. So I've just put on some comfy cozies, done my skincare. I'm trying out these little patches. I've seen the cute stars everywhere and I thought about getting those, but I'm like, do they work? I don't know. Let me know if you use them and they work. I don't often have like a breakout like this, but I've just started my cycle today. It's also just like the worst day. I just feel ugh. So it's another reason why I'm just like, I wanted to get in some comfy cozies and I'm glad I have some time to relax. But I'm trying this one out from La Roche-Posay. I am a La Roche-Posay girl through and through. Like I recently got some Rhode products and don't get me wrong, like they're very nice, but I'm also like still La Roche-Posay is where it's at. That is a top of the line drug store skincare line. Amazing. But anywho, we'll see how they work. Never used one before, but let's make a drink. I've been doing some reorganizing in the house. Like I've kind of like redone this space here. I bought some pretty ribbon to wrap around the candles. I think I'm gonna do that. But like cleaned that space up. I did up the table for that Italian book club that I did and I've just left it like that because it's so beautiful. And then I've just redone the kitchen counters as well in my little like drink space. So I think we'll just make a cozy drink and get my heating pad and finish eating this book up.